Welcome to GK Mojo. So today in this verbal class, we are going to begin with a series on para summaries part 1. Alright, so para summaries are a frequent part of CAT nowadays. And almost 3 questions have been appearing in CAT on para summaries, right? So making this topic an important one already because 3 questions forms a lot of your cutoff. Aspirants, particularly the ones who are weak in RC, can no longer afford to miss this topic. Parasummary in CAT carries the promise of at most 10 marks, which is 20% of the usual cutoff. So by now you would have understood how important this is. And these are taken for granted marks. There will be only 4 options given after a paragraph, and you have to answer the best possible summary of the paragraph that was given to you. Right? So let's get started and see some basic concept with which we can solve parasummaries, and then we'll be solving actual CAT level questions which appeared in CAT so that you have a very proper and a very crisp idea about parasummaries. So let's get started. So the concept of parasummaries. The paragraph summary question asks you to choose an option that captures the essence of the paragraph. Alright? Essence of paragraph. So there will be a paragraph given to you of about 100 to 150 words. Alright. So 4 options will be followed, and you have to choose the best option which carries the essence of the following paragraph. So here are a few things that you must do. First, read the paragraph carefully. All right, read the paragraph carefully. This is the most important thing. You must try to understand the paragraph. If you have not understood the paragraph, the chances are that you would not be able to pick the right summary. All right, please leave the question if you're not able to at all understand the contents of the paragraph. This is very smart thing to do. All right. Secondly, once you have understood the passage, you must try to pick the subject matter of the passage. Look for the important nouns in the passage and connect them such that you create the right logical relationship between those nouns. All right. So, connections between nouns, very important. We'll see how this can be done. All right. So again, with this logical link between nouns, you must start comparing the options. Option comparison is a very important and vital step over here because the right option must not have anything apart from what is given in the passage. All right. The right option must not distort information, and lastly, the right option must not leave any critical information. Usually, the options distort information or add something that is not given in the paragraph. All right. So we have to trash junk options where either two things will be happening, where the option will be distorting the actual information given in the passage, or it will be adding extra information that is not needed. All right. And the fourth thing, you must look for differences between the options. The point of difference should be evaluated. You should see if the passage has any hint that helps you to understand which option is better and which not. All right. So better option or the difference in the options. And the last one, start with process. All right. So checking out those options that you feel have flaws in them, take them out. All right. So flawed options, eliminate. So these are the various pointers that will help you to solve the concept of parasummary. All right. So let's, without any wasting time, jump onto the actual CAT question that came into 2017. So let's solve this set. So the passage given below is followed by 4 alternate summaries. Choose the option that best captures the essence of the passage. So let's start reading the passage. Alright. To me, a classic means precisely the opposite of what my predecessors understood. A work is a classical by reason of its resistance to contemporaneity and suppose universality, by reason of its capacity to indicate human particularity and difference in that past epoch. Alright. The classic is not what tells me about shared humanity, or more truthfully put, what lets me recognize myself as already present in the past, what nourishes in me the illusion that everything has been like me and existed only to prepare the way for me. Instead, classic is what gives me to radically different forms of human consciousness for any generation of leaders, and therefore expands for them range of possibilities of what it means to be a human being. So by now, a lot of you will be quite confused and a dilemma of what has this been spoken about. So this is pretty much classical stuff. And the main thing that you should understand, you need not understand sentence to sentence and word to word over here. The only thing that you need to understand is the author, whoever is the writer, he's trying to contradict something. He's trying to say that classic is not about shared humanity. All right, classic is not about shared humanity. Here it has been given, but about radically different forms of human consciousness for any generation of leaders. All right, this. So the writer is in favor of this sentence, not this. All right, and let us see the options then. What are the options? A classic is able to focus on contemporary human condition and unified experience of human consciousness. No, this has not been given anywhere. A classical work seeks to resist particularity and temporal difference even as it focuses on common humanity. No, again, this has not been given. Option number C. A classic is a work exploring the new, going beyond the universal, the contemporary, and the notion of unified human consciousness. Yes, this can be there. Just keep it aside for now. Alright. Let's see option number D. A classic is a work that provides access to universal experience of human race, as opposed to radically different forms of human consciousness. Alright. Opposed to human consciousness is not given. Alright. Here it has been given about universal experience. All right, but here it has not been mentioned anything about universal experience. Also look at A, B, and D. These points are something that the author is against. All right, he is against them over here. So this is what they are defining classical as. This cannot be the conclusion or essence of the passage. The author or the writer says the classic is what gives access to radically different forms of human consciousness for any generation of readers, and thereby expands the range of possibilities of what it means to be a human being. Alright, which is only justified in option number C. Rest all other options mention unified experience, common humanity, and universal experience of human race as the main idea of classic, which is wrong. Hence, option number C is the correct choice. So I hope you have understood how to solve para summaries now. Alright, we'll be continuing this series one by one. So here in this example particularly, the language was very complicated. Alright, those who are not aware about philosophical and classical stuff, they might be jumbled in this. But the only thing that we needed to identify over here was logic. In the first few sentences, the author was completely against what the view of his predecessors was. Alright, so he mentioned what their view was, and those views were mentioned in option number A, B, and D. Hence, it would not be the essence of the paragraph in any way. Alright, but what he spoke about radically different forms of human consciousness is given in option number C. Alright, this is what the author defines classic as. So hence option number C should be a clear winner. So now I have shown you, even without understanding the paragraph, how we can solve para summaries. Alright. So that's all in this video. Please visit us at gkmojo.com. Thank you.